So, like, take Justin Jefferson, for example.
Uh-oh.
When a guy like Justin Jefferson comes into the league and he's already as good as he is, you know what I'm saying, that rookie year, it's like, obviously there's always room for improvement, but, like, how much better can Justin Jefferson get?
I think he got significantly better.
No, I'm saying, like, how, like in the future. Like, what else can he do down the road to get, like, much better? Because if he continues to play how he's playing, obviously one day they're going to be like, oh, he's one of the greatest receivers ever played the game, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just like...
Well, I think the expert probably to answer that question will probably be you.
I mean, I guess I am, but it's like at the same time, I don't really understand it because I'm like...
All right, let me say this. I think there's levels to greatness. And I think you have, especially at receiver, and I ain't gonna lie, I truly come to really just love the receiver position, but just using Justin Jefferson as an example, I think, you know, as receivers get older and your athleticism starts to dwindle, your technician of y'all starts to step up, so there's always room for that. Y'all always can become a better route runner.
Yeah,
always. Even Keenan Allen and the Stephon Diggs, the best. They always can become better route runners. And I think Justin Jefferson has made that step. I think he's become a significantly great route runner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas I don't know if that was always necessarily the case.
Yeah.
And then I really just think, bro, like, I'm just at the point now, like, having, you know, been on different teams and just been at that point, like, if you are a receiver and you don't feel like every play should be a ball thrown to you,
you ain't a receiver.
Damn near don't want you to play.
Yeah, right. 100%.
Like, I don't want you. Like, if you don't, like, I'm talking about, like, bro, I'm telling you, like, Stephon Diggs, like, for all the shit that he gets, like, to me, like, I think receiver and corner is two of the positions that were, like, if you're considered a diva or whatever the fuck, or like that shit almost need to be overlooked. Cause like if you a receiver and you not so mad that these niggas is not throwing you the ball that you basically like, nigga, I'll not show up.
Right.
If you're not gonna throw me the ball. Cause
right.
Guess what? Why the fuck am I here if you're not giving me the ball? Then all right, I feel that. Cause you feel like you that good. And I feel like, again, like levels to greatness. Like we watching championship games, we watching Super Bowls. I think it's showing up in them big moments, bro. Like, and also understanding how to truly affect the game. One of my favorite things about Bron, not to make this a Bron pod, but one of my favorite things about watching Bron is I feel like Bron truly understood how to affect the game. Bron can have 30, and let's say Karl Anthony Towns can have 30, but you're going to feel they 30 in two completely different ways. You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
Bron might have 4 or he might have 7 in the first quarter. And then, you know, at the end of the second, 4 minutes left, he might make another push to get the quick 8. Now he got the 15. But, like, that push gave him the lead at halftime. Right. And that's really what he was playing for. He might not really be cooking, you know, up to the third. He might only have, 4 points in the third. You know, at early on, just a couple baskets. He might be distributing, getting everybody together. But then in the fourth, you know, 8 minutes left is when he decide, all right, bet now I'm about to turn it on, get this last 10, 12 or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and really affect the game. Yeah. Like, that's affecting the game. That's like greatness to another level. Like, not only am I getting 30, and that's a great play, a great game, but I'm getting this 30 crucially. Like, I feel like Travis Kelce, watching him and throughout the playoffs, like, to me, his level of greatness and his understanding of the game is at another level. He understands that, first of all, everybody keeps saying my man took a step back. Like, the nigga is hurt. Like, why don't people always do that? I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Like, don't call somebody a warrior and be like, oh, man, he's so tough. Look at him fighting through this shit. And then be like, oh, look, he slowed down. Like, nigga, didn't you just say he was a warrior fighting through something?
Right, yeah.
He's clearly hurt, right? Yeah. But to my point, Travis Kelce, bro, you watching these games. Who they played in the divisional round? They just beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
First half, 2 tuds.
Yeah.
Early. Impact early. Give him the lead after that. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I done did my part. I got 2 touchdowns on for y'all. Like, I don't know what else the fuck you want from me. I did my job today.
Right.
First game against Baltimore. Next game against Baltimore.
11 catches.
But honestly, a lot of them Jones really happened early. Tud, early. Tone set it. Let the tone, set the energy early for all the receivers, for all the DBs, all the secondary. No, this one I'm on. You know what? Now the rest of the game, I'm going to spend the shit getting at the Queen, getting at the DDs, getting at the...
And he was on that.
No, that's really what he was on. On some all right, look, I did my job. And yeah, he still caught some crucial passes, still made some good plays. But at the end of the day, it was now I'm on some shit. But that's intentional greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I
feel like that's
the next step.
Yeah, that's the next step. Where it's just all right, I could get 10 catches for 100 yards, but if I'm getting 10 catches and 100 yards and 5 and 60 of this shits was when we was down 10 already, and I just going off because they playing, cover 6 the whole time, and I'm just sitting in zones, and they really not trying to tackle me aggressively because they not trying to give up a big play. You hit your stats, but was you really cooking?
Right. Yeah.
Right. I feel that.
That's different.
I get into your point, ZB, because I think PC, that you had a great question. Mine to you would be what, from what you've seen with receivers like Jerry and Fitzgerald, what was their progression? From what you studied, from what you've seen, what was that progression like?
I think to Z's point about Kelsey, just speaking on Fitz, Fitz, his last 3-4 years in the league, Fitz wasn't what he was at the beginning of his career, obviously.
For sure.
But like Z said about Kelsey, he still made impact plays in the game. He just did them a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, he wasn't dropping anything. So anytime he threw Fitz the ball, he was catching it.
Catch.
Third down, crucial play. Fourth down, gotta have it. He making plays.
Yeah.
But the way you see him play, I remember, I forget who they was playing, but I remember a specific play. It was a 2-minute drive to go win the game. And another receiver caught a pass. I just remember seeing Fitz run over, grab the ball, and go hand to the ref because they trying to hold the receiver down, get the clock to run out. But stuff like that, just little nuances of the game where it's he been doing this for so long. He know what the defense is trying to do. He know how they're trying to stop us. He know this and that. Okay. So he's always playing one step ahead. And he's not only playing one step ahead for himself, but he's playing one step ahead for everybody else on the field offensively. So I think that would be the next step. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that Z said that, I guess that would be the next step.
Yeah.
So obviously, just going back to Justin Jefferson, I guess in his career, when he gets to that point, he's year 11, 12, 13, it's how are you impacting the game now? Because unless he just ages like Braun and Father Time don't mess with him, and he's still out there playing like it is, what are you bringing to the game now? What are you bringing? It has to be further than talent, like we said in the first place. So yeah.
Situational greatness.
Yeah.
Only few people who really can ascend and hit that moment. It's tough. I mean, it's crazy because the toughest plays and the toughest moments that you're gonna go through always happen hardest. Fucking tired.
Right. Right.
It's gonna be 2-minute drop back to back.
Yeah.
I remember we playing Atlanta. I gave everything I had trying to hit Jonnu Smith. I'm fucked up a little bit. Next play, they throw the ball right at damn. Fuck. You ain't no do-overs.
Right, you ain't getting it back. Yeah, right.
Ain't no do-overs around this bitch. Tighten up. You gotta be ready every play.
Yeah.
It's shit like that, but big plays change games, man. You gotta be ready for the moments.
Yeah.
And I think that all starts with training. But
that's real, Z. That's real.
But I do think. Let me ask you this: do you study greats? Do you And I mean, I understand how it is. So this ain't that. But do you feel like you look at you know what I'm saying, or do you ever watch film of great players and shit like that of the past? Do you ever do that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm starting to do that more now than when I first came in the league. I feel like when I first came in the league, I was kind of watching who was hot at the moment, the current best players.
Seeing
and,
what
you know what I'm saying? Just kind of seeing what they're doing. But now it's I'm I feel like I'm matured in the league, so it's I'm trying to see more. I want to see more. Obviously I can watch Stephon Diggs run routes, or I can watch Justin Jefferson run routes, or I can watch DK run. You know what I'm saying? Whoever great player run routes, but it's what else? What's the secret to making it to 12 to 13? What's that secret?
For PC.
Yeah, what's that secret for me?
Yep.
Because, bro, at the end of the day, in the league, and people don't like to do this, but, bro, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to look yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. yeah, everybody has these dream and aspirations to do a certain thing in the league, bro, but you got to be honest with yourself. And I'm not saying that it can never happen. I'm not saying because the league is situation-based. It's year-to-year league. It's situation-based. If you get a great opportunity and make the most of it, then you're likely to reach your dreams. But at the same time, you got to be honest. And it's like, if I can't bring this to the table, like I know that's not my skill set. I know that's not how I play the game. Like, so how do I do it for me? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I would definitely say I watch a lot more great players now. And like being around Reggie that last year for me in Indy, bro, I feel like Reggie made my game so much better because I thought about so much more than just going out there and beating the man across from me. You know what I'm saying? I thought about so much more. And then also like credit to Brian Hartline when I was in college, like when he was my coach my senior year, he allowed, like he played in the league for, how long Hartline played for? Like 8 years, 8 or 9 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so like he brought another dynamic to us while we was in college. And so like Reggie built on that. Like, so I feel like as a receiver, when you around a guy that's played it and done it at a high level and seen all types of coverages, all types of players, whatever it is, like they just bring a different element. Cause like when I'm out there on the field, obviously I know I got to beat the man across from me, bro. But like the way that the league is now, these defensive linemen, bro, not only am I beating the corner, I got to beat the defensive lineman.
That's a fact.
I got to beat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a race.
Cause that one-on-one pass rush, bro, like
it's very different.
These D linemen is athletes, bro.
Yeah, that's why you need quarterback.
Yeah, facts. You got 260 running 4.3. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
like,
they ended that era. I think that's something that's not talked about enough. Like, I feel like, and you know, shout out to my brother Matt Ryan, man. You know,
Matty Ice,
great guy, great locker room dude. Obviously, my NFL legend for sure. Not even in my opinion, MVP. You know what I mean? Great player, first round pick, first overall, Boston College. Yeah, for sure. But Mahomes, Breeze, Brady, Manning, all the typical pocket passer quarterbacks, I feel like got moved out of the league because the D-lines got
Yeah.
I've really been saying that. Like, it's impossible to play. Bro, we watching the games, bro. Like, it's impossible to play. Like, your O-linemen are going to get beat. Like, let's not even play this if they get beat.
100%.
They probably getting beat.
For sure.
I don't care who you is.
If they good enough, is when they get beat and they just give you a way to escape. Like, you know what I'm saying? But even then, like, we watching bro come clean on Lamar. Lamar just underneath, you know what I mean?
Right.
Throw it for the 40.
Patty hit the same move.
Yeah.
Like, these dudes is like, if you can't beat a DN that beat your left tackle clean as fuck.
Yeah,
if you ain't got something in the repertoire, you ain't gonna last the whole season.
It's over.
Like, you gotta be able to throw and run. Like, yeah, it's just different in the league now.